It's hard to compare them. One laptop per child had the most difficulty and frustration in the sense that it included aspects that I was no good at doing that had to be done. But more important than that, it included things that I didn't anticipate, like, the commercial interests fighting against us. I entered the project thinking we had this Mother Teresa shield around us because we're a humanitarian project, we're a nonprofit, I don't draw a salary. I mean, I thought that would isolate us from the normal battlefield of the commercial world, and we found that wasn't the case. I mean, people might wear gloves in public, but they certainly took them off in private and did things behind our backs that were quite frustrating, and I found that difficult. Media Lab was different. The Media Lab was really amplifying the work of other people, and sort of my job was to make it possible for them to do their research. It was not a management issue. I wasn't running their research. I wasn't even trying to determine it. What I was doing was trying to enable it, and that could be making the environment, whether it's a physical environment, an economic environment, a social environment, for those things to happen. So there were very different challenges and very different periods in one's life. In the case of the laptop, I had come to a stage in life where I didn't need to earn an income. I didn't need to earn a reputation. I didn't need fame. I didn't need any of the things you might want in your early career. And I knew a lot of people and had certain credibility because of MIT and the Media Lab, so it seemed like we were the right people to do something like one laptop per child and sort of break the spell that had been, created by companies sort of adding more hardware features that then have more software, that then has more hardware, that then has more software, and the thing sort of gets to this obese state where, I'm going to use laptops in this case, were all like SUVs. They required more fuel to move the vehicle than the passenger. And how could you break that spell? How could you make something child-centric? Well, one of the ways you could do that is if you had nothing to lose, if you had no other interests. And that was our case, and it allowed us to do what then led to the so-called netbook, and netbooks today represent 30% of the world market of laptops. And that's rather interesting change, because it's as if I had come to you 5 years ago and said, I think we should build an electric car, and I build an electric car, and then today 1/3 of all cars are electric. I feel pretty good about that. Now, they don't happen to be my electric cars in most cases, but they're still nonetheless electric in that example. And the same thing has happened with one laptop per child. It gave birth to something that then had these other effects that now people can enjoy pretty good computing power, smaller machines, lighter machines, very inexpensive machines. And some of those will migrate to kids in Africa, and it's not just ours.